when we had the Congress which brought in IU from North Central, he said when he got in office, it's on video, it's on record, that if the presidential candidate should emerge from the North, he will step down in accordance with the dictates of the PDP constitution. Unfortunately, when Atiku Abubakar emerged from the North, IU did not step down. You know? So what Chief Bodejoji is saying now, to me, is relevant. However, he shouldn't be talking about, for that reason it won't work. How should we make it work so that we don't repeat the same problem in 2027? That's what we must be talking about. And it's very simple. Very simple. We must not let it happen again. By the way, what they should have done in 2020, of course, now we know with hindsight. You know me, I work for Atiku because I believed in following the dictates of the party leadership. What happened in 2023 was that the party set up, the National Outcome Committee set up a 36-member committee to review the issue of zoning. And they decided there will be no zoning. Once that has been decided, Atiku was free to contest, in spite of the fact that the national chairman came from the North. That was the unfortunate thing that happened. And then Atiku went, they sold him the form to contest, he bought the form. What were they looking at that point? They should have had it in writing. In writing. Sworn in court. That if a northerner emerges, whoever is the national chairman from the North must step down. Okay. So that you would not have to, we will not depend on his goodwill.
Okay.
So that's what they should do now.
Well, perhaps you can see why some people are feeling the way they are feeling, that you just said that maybe they should have locked it down, battened it down, and we're within one family. And if you have to go to that extent, there are those who now would think that you can't, we have a leadership, let me put it like that, but you can't depend on what they tell you.
Sure.
And this could be a problem. There are people who probably are leveraging on that. I think Minister Wike is one who is saying that it's unconscionable. These people, they can't speak to you and you go home and you sleep securely. That, just paraphrasing it a bit. Surely you can see that unless you're going to, it will require a sort of, if we were to use the car analogy, a complete overhauling of the engine.
It's not that complex. Look, when we have in September, we're going to have the NEC meeting. At that meeting, hopefully, they will discuss this issue of zoning. Once we have agreed on zoning, then we know what the zoning is, right? Once we agree that not the presidency is going to be zoned today, no. We must start with the national chairman. Okay. If the national chairman is zoned to the North, for instance, if, as we are now, the national chairman is from North Central, if North Central is allowed to continue another 4 years, then we know that the presidency must come from the South. But we shouldn't leave it to word of mouth, as we did in 2023. Okay. Have it in writing, have it sealed, legally sealed. Okay. Once we have that...
So no gentleman's agreement on that.
Oh, my God. How many times have we had this? You remember when what led to the collapse of the PDP in 2015, after we lost the election, was because some people claimed that Jonathan had promised not to run again. But he said he never promised that. So he ran again, and they got upset and left the party. So we must realize, I think it's Shegun Showumi who has been saying that our constitution needs to be reevaluated, reviewed, revised. Every now and then you must do that. Even with the national constitution. The 1999 constitution, for instance, in Nigeria is a bogus constitution. It's a military constitution. It's not working for anybody. Therefore, all the problems, well, many of the problems that even this administration is having has to do with the structure of the country. You can't burden the center with everything. Can you imagine in America, you need money, you have to go to Washington. Everybody from 52 states, are you kidding me? It's not going to work. What about security? The center controls the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the police. So, how are you going to secure the states? How are you going to secure the communities that make up the country? You can do it. So, structure. You must continually revise your constitution. America, the amendments they've had to their constitution before they got to this point, they are still even looking at more amendments after 300 years. So, we need to realize that we cannot continue this way.
Okay, so when Chief Olabode George is emphasizing things like one of the reasons why he's saying that it's not going to work in the PDP that he is a member of, because you have to look at things that happened before and during and after the election, be it throwing in all sorts of spanners into the works. How do you get your own ducks lined up in a row within the PDP itself?
Well, I don't think in any family, in any organization, everybody's going to think the same way. But I think those who have like minds must work together.
Okay.
If Chief Bode George feels that it's not going to work, then he's not going to work, then he shouldn't be part of it.
Okay.
That's my feeling. He shouldn't be part of it. They should leave him out totally. Because for him to even say he cannot work under one person, on that committee, which is a member of the Superior Committee, we have about 4 or 5 senators. We have 2 or 3 governors, former governors. Shekarau is there, I believe, former governor of Kano. He's there on that committee, under Ikimi. So if you say you cannot work, it shows that you don't want to be part of it. You don't want to be part of reconciliation. You don't want to be disciplined. So I would say that I'm not afraid at all. I'm very optimistic that the way we are going, once we decide on the issue of zoning or no zoning, clearly, and then put it in writing.
Okay.
Let people sign. Make it legal. If you go back, if you renege on this, you go to jail. Then I think we will move forward. We don't have any problem. The way we are now, everybody wants a change in this country.
But can we go as far as that? I mean, that last statement you made. If within this party we put these, guidelines down, you renege on that, you go to jail. Surely that was overstating it a bit. That is legal issue. You cannot take someone to jail for that. But something that's been happening in PDP too, that people should go to jail for. They've been stealing our money. They've been stealing our money. Do you know? And we've been losing elections because of that. It happened in Lagos State, for instance. The national will send so much money to conduct election, pay agents, pay for publicity, refreshments, transportation, and so on. Chairman of the council will put all the money in his pocket. Election day, we have nobody on seat. We have nobody in the field. We can't pay our agents. We can't even move our agents to the site. And
we
there
have
are
nobody.
no systems of checks and balances.
That is the point. Those things must be put in place. Now, anybody who steals money like that, I think should go to jail. So, we have to be tough on these people. I am telling you, I told you before, what they do in the PDP, they can't try it in APC. Tinubu will not allow it. And that's why the party has been able to go from so little to so much, and to be able to manage serious crisis. We must do the same. We must be tough. And we must, part of what we must amend is this. In our party, in the PDP, it appears that because we have had so many presidents, for 16 years we were in government, we one president after the other. So we now feel that the president is the leader of the party. That is wrong, because the president is only a candidate. His leader is the national chairman. If you are a governor in a state, your leader is the state chairman. You can't be the leader of the state chairman. The state chairman was elected by the party, or everybody. And he understands the party. You may have just come into the party. And then we elect you governor. You're supposed to serve us. You're not supposed to come and be leader of the party.
But it's become a sort of, as you said, maybe through long usage, people have sort of assumed that the governor, for example, is the leader of the party in our state.
Yeah, yeah.
And it extends, the president is the leader of the party at the national level.
The reason why Tinubu has been able to keep Lagos is because he never allowed that. If you are governor, you are not the leader of the party. You know that. That's the same thing PDP must understand, because it's the right thing. It's the right thing. You cannot be leader of the party and be the candidate. You are just a candidate. You may win or lose. Right now, PDP doesn't have a leader of the party because they're thinking that they're looking to Atiku, who is no longer the candidate, to be the leader of the party. How is he going to be the leader of the party? The chairman of the party, the national chairman, who is the chairman of the National Working Committee, is the leader of the party. All the governors must report to him as the leader of the party. They are just members of the party. He is the chairman of the whole party. So we must put these things in order. So when Chief Odejoji is complaining, he has a right, but he shouldn't throw us back. This thing happened in 2023. Why is he thinking the way he is going, it will happen in 2027? But we want to correct it.
Okay.
And we will correct it with the Reconciliation Committee and the Disciplinary Committee.
Okay. A caller from home. Good morning, Mr. George. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning to Dr. Pierre.
Yes.
Uncle Yori, I'm not a fan of Chief Bode George. Recall that on several occasions I called on this program to remind Chief Bode George to check out of the country as he promised if Tinubu becomes president. It was as bad as that. But on this matter, Uncle Yori, I stand with Chief Bode George. You see, you can only make corrections or reconciliations on a template of truth, not falsehood. What Bode George said, if I recall, during the primaries of the PDP, in which Atiku Abubakar emerged, he said Buhari is from the north. He has just ruled for 8 years. You cannot have another northern candidate and expect the southerners to vote for him, so that the north will not continue to rule for 16 years unbroken. And for that reason, let there be a candidate from the south. Atiku bamboozled them, and they submitted, and he became the candidate. After that one happened, he and Wike Group said, all right, now that the presidential candidate has emerged from the north, let the party chairman come from the south. That again did not happen, and that was what led to the Wike Group, which up to today are referred to as the integrity group within the PDP. What those people were asking for has not been addressed. And the reconciliation that the PDP is talking about now is not ready to address that one. So for as long as that principal thing is not addressed, they will not arrive at a genuine reconciliation. That's what the Baba Bode George is saying. So there is need to listen to the import of his submission before condemning it. What he is saying in this instance is that if you want to reconcile, go to the root cause of the matter. And if you don't go to the root cause, you will not come to the solution. I'm not a PDP man. I don't even like them. But that.
Okay.
The root cause of the problem is what I've explained already.
Yes.
Is that our constitution does not allow for the president to come from the north and the national chairman to come from the north. Chief Bode George was right. The G5 said that's what the G5 problem was all about. However, I blame these leaders for allowing things to get to a point where it will become too late. For instance, what he's saying in sequence is not correct. The national chairman was elected before the presidential. So therefore, we already knew that we had a national chairman from the north.
Therefore, the presidential candidate could not come
should
from the
not
north.
have come from the north. However, they didn't stop it. They sold him the form. They allowed it to go on. And all of these people are members of the National Working Committee that allowed him to go on and pick up a form. Once that was done, it became too late. It became too late for anything else to happen. Other thing that should have happened was, why did people like Chibode George not insist that Ayu should sign an agreement before this happened, before the presidential? The man said he was going to step down. Why didn't you hold him to his word? And then you let him. By the way, what we are trying to address with the reconciliation is exactly what Chibode George is complaining about. Mm-hmm. The purpose of the reconciliation committee, the disciplinary committee, is to establish this procedure concretely so that we will not make the same mistake again. Why is he saying it's not going to work? Let us begin the reconciliation. That's the purpose of the reconciliation, okay?
Okay. Luke in Port Harcourt. Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. Go ahead now.
Yes. The point I want to make here is that PDP really needs to debate. They really need to, reactivate. PDP, I don't want to use the word that is harsh. They are not working. The point I want to make here is that experience, they keep around that occur again after this long while. I thought by now they must have learned their lesson.
Okay.
The reconciliation that we are talking about, the problem on PDP now is beyond reconciliation. It's for action. For action. You cannot tell me that you want to reconcile somebody who has already shown up the line. So I like to call people's name when I'm talking so that you know my direction. Somebody like Chief Bode George should be sacked from PDP. He has shown that he has rebelled. Why do I say so? Something that we all are thinking on how to rebuild the party. Somebody that is with the pregnancy inside, I'm saying that is not going to give birth, that is going to give birth to a dead child. These are the problems that we are talking about. I'm not pleased with the way PDP handles things in this country. Somebody like Chief Barrister should be sacked from the party. We are all being known, we are all aware that after there's politics after election, before election, and during the election. How can PDP still allow Wike to be called a member with the politics election? And he's playing it this way.
Okay, Luke. Thank you very much for calling in. Again, there's this, it's like going over the same ground again. He has said that he just doesn't like the way the PDP as a party handles matters. And one can...
He has made a point which is different from what we've been discussing.
Okay.
He has said that people like Bode George who have implied explicitly that they are not ready to work for reconciliation should be sacked. Wike should be sacked. Okay? That's what he said. And you see...
Wike, by the way, has already announced that for 2027, he will be working for the president, for President Tinubu.
Yes. So, you see, I agree that Wike should be sacked. Chief Odejo should be sacked. However, you know, in a party where you don't have a leader who is above everybody else, a symbol, one person, a symbol, it is difficult. Is it Atiku that is going to sack Wike and Odejo? It says partisan. You say it's because they didn't work with him. They were not with him. The National Working Committee, the chairman of the party, national chairman, Damagun, if he says he's going to sack, don't forget, these people have been larger than life. It's not easy to sack a Wike. I would have agreed, but it's so difficult to say, what are you going to write it? He has too many supporters within the party. If we attack Wike headlong like this and we don't allow him to self-destruct, which is going about now, he's already self-destruct. Everybody who's working against the party, who said they are going to support the opposition in 2027, they are already on their way out. Autumn is in trouble, is he not? They already said they're sacking him. They already gave him notice in his own state. Wike has no ground to stand on in Rivers State. Wike's whole career is in danger in Abuja. Therefore, we approach things differently in the PDP. That's why we cannot say we are sacking this person. If you dare do that, you confront Wike, that's what he wants. He wants a fight where everything will scatter. And everybody will. If we do that, the party will become dysfunctional. Once the party becomes dysfunctional, INEC will dissolve our party. That's what Wike is looking for. INEC will dissolve the party, and then all of them, all his supporters will go to APC. Then that is what they're looking for. I suspect that all of those people who are sounding as if they don't want reconciliation, they don't want peace in the party. What truth are you talking about? Everything is in context. You are talking about something that happened in the past, and you are saying you cannot solve it. Well, what is the suggestion that the Chief Odejo is putting forward? I've given you suggestion. What we need to do when we have a meeting, look, he's saying the chairman is from one side, the secretary is from one side. What does that mean? He's still talking about sides. You know what the side is? The people who supported Atiku and the people who supported the G5. He doesn't understand there's no G5 anymore. There's only G1 now. And that G1 is Wike. Everybody else is gone. Autumn, probably Autumn is still with him. But Autumn, I don't know if he's still in the party. They've suspended him in his party. Now, Ekwezu, Ugwanyi, they are all in the party. And of course, you know that Makinde is working hard to put himself up to be a leader in the party. So I don't see any reason why we should be going back and saying this is not going. How can you say it's not going to work?
Okay. Let me take Mr. Yakub. Thank you for holding on. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
And good morning to your guest.
Yes.
For me, I think that last caller, with due respect to the last caller, I'm very sure he is not a politician. Fully is not a politician. If it is a politician, he will never utter a word that Wike should be sacked, this one should be sacked. Forgetting that the game of politics is a game of numbers. But I will say that I'm not a fan of PDP, and then I will never be one. I'm very happy this thing is going on within their party, and then I have reason saying that. But the only thing that I'm shocked is that they are not even playing the roles of opposition party in this country. I expected them to put the government in place. The government the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that I voted for, I campaigned for, I still continue to support up to now, till tomorrow, because I believe the thing that is put in place now, we will not see the dividend now, but in the shorter period of time to this time, we'll begin to see it. Then I want them to put the government of the day on their toes, telling them what they do and then what they are not doing right, so that Nigerian citizens will benefit. Could you remember the day of Lai Mohammed, sir? I know that you remember the day of Lai Mohammed as our opposition spokesperson. And then he put the government of the day on their toes. Everybody were like, oh, Lai Mohammed, they are waiting for Lai Mohammed at that time. Say something today, the government will be beginning to defend what Lai Mohammed said, but nobody to say that now. They will not say they want to reconcile. What are they reconciling? What we say is saying is that if you want to, I don't know, maybe you listen to the last thing that Wike did in Abuja of recent. He said that if you want to do anything, follow the rules of the party. Doesn't mean the party doesn't have the rules. We can lay down on the rules, the law. What is the law of the party? If you want to do this, do this. If you want to do this, go and read our law. This is what our law says. Because before you can say this one is a leader of the, it is going to be within the constitution, maybe the party organized, quote on your quote. I don't know what they normally come to do every year by year. So you should follow the rules of the party. That is what the drum that Wike is being. It is not saying that it's not going to be reconciled. And then.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Yakub. Before you come in on that, let me just quickly take a break so that you won't be interrupted, and then come straight back to you. Please stay with us.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Okay, welcome back. And our guest this morning is Dr. Adedokunbo Pierce, former member, PDP National Presidential Campaign Council, and that's apart from being the convener of Reset Lagos PDP. The question of how well you are doing, that is your party is doing, as an opposition, you've heard people say that, even though they say, look, first of all, I'm, not a PDP member, and I'm quite happy, quite frankly, with the problems that PDP is having. But there are places in which PDP has been found missing in action, namely playing the opposition role. How would you plead on that particular question?
You see, the way people evaluate situations is usually clouded in their experience. For instance, when people say PDP is not doing this, is not doing that, you forget that this is a different era we have now. There will never be another Lai Mohammed. No, that was a classic case of media control and manipulation to the point. Lai Mohammed won the election in 2015 for APC because of the way he managed the media. And that's another problem in PDP. I know that Lai Mohammed, because I know him and I know I know Tinubu well. I know that Lai Mohammed didn't do that by himself. Tinubu is a master of the media. So imagine the leader himself involved in, I know the kind of things that they gave Lai Mohammed, the support they gave him, the advice they gave. It was like, this was the whole thing. But the leader was able to cooperate and contribute in the party now, in the PDP. We don't have such a system.
Okay.
And I'm saying this because I hope people listen. These are things we have to develop. Because I learned a lot from working in APC that, look, there are some things you just have to do. For instance, the National Public Secretary of the PDP is doing a lot of work.
Okay.
But he doesn't have the kind of support and resources, both material and immaterial, that he needs to do what Lai Mohammed did. By the way, we are going to do that now for 2027, I guarantee you.
Because I was going to ask...
That's the only way you can win election, you can take back this country from these guys.
Okay.
This disaster we are in now. We have to do it, and it's going to be done. But what's going on now is that the National Public Secretary is doing all he can. He's issuing memos, responding to issues. Atiku Abubakar is doing the same. For Libe, his spokesperson, they are writing all the time. Every time the party, the government, does anything that is not acceptable generally, that we protest, we talk about it. We're just not like APC in the days of Lai Mohammed, where the government, the opposition, led by Tinubu and Rotimi Amici, even said that if Jonathan wins election, they will set up a parallel government. That is treasonable felony. We don't operate like that. We cannot operate like that. So if people expect us to do what they did to us in 2015, no. We're not going to do that. But we are going to try to do what Lai Mohammed did, which is massive publicity. It is difficult to do it when you are not, you don't have the kind of resources that... Look, I was one of the first people who went on national TV and said that it was like a week after the president spoke and removed subsidy, that this is going to lead to economic crisis. I was at first, so we have been talking.
Okay.
Everything that's happening in the oil industry now, Atiku has been responding. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, we protested, we wrote, we spoke. So Nigerians are seeing it on social media, they're seeing it in traditional media. We are going everywhere. So we may not be doing it the way they did it in 2015, but it's a different age now.
Okay, let me bring in Wale in Amokoko, Lagos. Thank you for holding on. Good morning. I think I left it a bit too late. So apologies to you, Wale in Amokoko. We lost that call. You know, from the things you were saying, I was going to ask you, what would you say are the major differences between the ruling APC, for instance, and its leadership structure that perhaps PDP doesn't have, and therefore, that's why it doesn't have a stronger hand as it probably needs?
Look, first and foremost, you notice what happened in Lagos State when Tinubu was governor. He was in control. It took him a while. First time he was struggling. That's why he was sacking a lot of people until he got full control. When he left office, the person who became governor was his chief of staff. He anointed his successor. We never had that.
Okay.
We never had that. Now, in Lagos, what are you going to say? He was in full control. We don't have anybody in PDP who's in full control. The national chairman of the party, by the constitution, is the head of the party in the country, is the head of PDP. But by our tradition, it has become the presidential candidate, it has become the president. Because we've had so many presidents. So now we begin to think that the presidential candidate, who is not even president yet, but because he's a presidential candidate,
he's become the leader.
He's become the leader of the party. That is a totally defunct system. You cannot have a person. Now, the candidate is not a candidate anymore, and is not the president, so he's floating. The only structure that's in place is the chairman, national chairman. Unfortunately, his powers are being challenged all the time by people like Wike, because when Jonathan lost the election in 2015, he went back to his village, so that there was a power vacuum, and people like Wike moved in. So really, it is difficult, Magu, now to say, you know, because dealing with people like Wike is almost like dealing with the president. You see?
I get what
so he has to be careful how he handles this situation, so that the whole house doesn't come crumbling upon him.
Okay. Elder David, good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ayori. God will bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm very grateful, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm listening to Adetokunbo Pierce.
Yes.
And let me tell him that I joined PDP in October 31st, 1998. We are the people that work for Basojo. Though I don't know when he joined PDP at that time. I joined PDP 1998, October 31st. Even when Olabode George, respected man, come to take over from, that is Sarumi in Akilo. I was there. And when he took over, yes. So for PDP, I'm the one of those who work for PDP. I rise up to deputy chairman of PDP in Adimosho, and that is correct. But whatever I say, I want to correct him for certain things. And he must know that the time of Obasanjo, whom we work for, what happened in this country, I'm not playing for, we are not campaigning, that the worst government we ever seen in this country is Obasanjo government and Atiku, who sold us 34 parastatals, where we are retired in 1998, where we are suffering today. All these problems are created by Obasanjo and Atiku. And he must know that. And he should everybody remember that Jonathan time, all this problem of Boko Haram started, and he must know. And he must know that the same Obasanjo does not follow the law. The same Obasanjo bribe every other, but that is National Assembly, 50 million, each of them. So that is to extend his own existence. So for the third time, he knows very well, the man talking there. I don't know when he joined PDP. I still know him in PDP. And he should not be talking about that is Adwaja Ahmed Tinubu, that God have ordained to rule this country. Tinubu has done his best. And when APC come in, all the abandoned project of Obasanjo, that is the one. That is what the APC have completed. If not because of the APC government, all the whole pensioner, which they created by that time, would not be alive. We will not be alive talking to you today. That man should know about that. Because when he's talking of Tinubu, he should now appreciate what Tinubu have done. Within 1 year, we joined Obasanjo by 8 years in government. He never followed the law. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Elder David. Appreciate your call. Everybody has their own.
Yeah, I don't know what I said that is contradictory to what is. Did I say anything bad about Tinubu? This government is failing us in Nigeria.
Okay.
Whether it's your government or not your government, it doesn't matter.
You speak of the need to save the nation.
Yes.
And that is why 2027 is a serious, target for you.
The heart and soul of Nigeria.
For the heart and soul of Nigeria. So what exactly is it that everybody, well, not everybody clearly, otherwise you wouldn't be saying that you're going to. Tinubu is in the Tinubu administration is working under very, very strenuous global conditions that Nigeria is a part of. So what is happening in Nigeria is not happening exclusively to Nigeria. What is it that you would do differently is probably the first question that's going to be asked.
Look, you see,
because everybody is saying, bring back the subsidy. They bring back the subsidy.
Listen, you see, I don't criticize just for sake of criticizing, and it's not about parties, about country for me.
Okay.
Tinubu made some serious mistakes.
Such as?
The first thing is the subsidy removal. You know why? I read the report from IMF. Nobody, ever, no international body tells you what to do. They give you advice. The advice they gave Nigeria was that you must remove subsidy, but simultaneously, you must fight corruption in your oil industry.
Okay.
Simultaneously, you must decentralize your economy. You know, you must do the three things simultaneously, otherwise you're going to have serious problems. What did Tinubu do? He did one and left two. The one he did by itself is a disaster because you are not supposed. Every country that has followed the IMF dictate of removing subsidy, devaluing their currency, have ended up in hell. So, he made a mistake. He's only human. He shouldn't have done it. Then,
are you
as
sure
soon
that
as you...
Tinubu was following the dictates of IMF?
That was the advice they gave him, which is, like I said, but he didn't do the other two things. Those two things must be done simultaneously. That's why I supported Atiku in 2023, because of the idea of restructuring the country. The evolution of powers to the states. Tinubu knows this very well. He just caught up in a system now. I don't know if he has the will or the energy to do it, but he knows. He has said it before, actually. In this past year, he said it.
Yeah.
That he's going to restructure the country, but not now. He has said it. But this is what must be done. You must devolve power to the states as federating units. You must diversify the economy. We cannot depend on oil. You understand me? The oil, whatever we get from oil is not enough. And God has given us so many other minerals that we can work with.
Yeah.
Lithium, gold, uranium, bauxite, bitumen, phosphate, all sorts. Then our agriculture can feed the whole of West Africa. We are not doing... Look, we don't have a president yet that can do this work. Tinubu has failed in it. I can see the sign. I'm telling you now. He has done the wrong thing. He's on the wrong foot. And he's too involved in the economy himself. You cannot be involved in the oil industry and hope that there will not be corruption. He cannot fight the corruption in the oil industry. Therefore, the economy is not going to survive. And if the economy doesn't survive, security and the economy, they go together. If you don't devolve power to the states, our security will be in shambles as it is now. You cannot control security from the center.
The only part of that I would sort of take issue with is that Tinubu was following an IMF script.
Maybe not, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe that was his policy upon his read of the situation. But, you know,
because, you know, so when he was writing in 2012 that remove subsidies to destroy the people, he didn't know then.
Okay, let me...
You know that he wrote a lengthy article, very brilliant.
Yes.
It's like an encyclopedia of why you must not remove subsidy. Tinubu wrote it.
Okay, let me bring on the last caller in the program today. Kehinde in Mushin, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling in, sir.
It's quite unfortunate that the man on set is attacking the government and the personality of president. PDP has a lot in hand to contend with. They should come together and unite the party. They have no direction as this now. Other people in the party, they are calling for the head of PK. None of them have contributed immensely to PK. None of them said they have never left PDP at this now. Atiku, as it is coming in and out of party from AC, ACN, PDP, APC. He's only looking for room, platform to contest. He doesn't have leadership quality, leadership skills. Look at the problem in all the facets, all the states of Nigeria, PDP states. There is a leader who can galvanize to put the party in order. But he's looking again now for 2027 to contest. Wike has put down his best for the party. He's talking about the constitution, the rules of the party. Follow the rules of the party, and the party will be fall in line. You have your rules, you don't follow it. You don't follow it. The primary elections that made party to get out of the line is because they don't follow the rules of the party.
Okay.
And the ex-chairman, what was the name of this man from Benue State? You conducted a primary. Somebody lost, and you went to that person and you raised his up and saying it was the rule of the party. The shenanigans that happened there,
of the
and
convention.
We get to fold his arms.
Okay, let me leave some time for our guests to react to some of the things that you are saying, because
he's right. All I'm saying,
the rules of the party.
Sure. Look.
But you explained
in 2023
that you need to lock it down properly.
In 2023, we failed to follow the rules of the party because we allowed loopholes there. We shouldn't do that now. The purpose of this reconciliation is to make sure that as we approach 2027, we don't make the same mistake again. We don't go against the rules of a party. If we go against the rules, there'll be problems again.
And so one of those ways is that whatever agreement you hammer out must be, do everything.
Solve that problem long before.
But it doesn't seem to make the party a very, quote-unquote, nice place to be, where you have to bring all sorts of padlocks and all sorts of structures.
No. You have to do that. Look.
You have to do that.
Do you know what they do? You know what they do in APC? I've been there in APC. Yeah? You may even have to swear an oath. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, because people will go and they will mess you up. They will fight you because you must have this thing in black and white.
Okay, so that's the first step if we're going to sort this out. Well, I want to thank you very much, Dr. Adetukunwa-Pearce. This was giving us an inside view into the reconciliation agenda of the PDP, putting that in focus and what it is going to take. I want to thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate you. So that's our program today. Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. Have another topic for you. I am Yori Falaren. Bye-bye for now.
For all the football you want, starting from 5,100 Naira per month.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Tired of pans that scratch and stick? Or cookware that takes up valuable space in your kitchen? Introducing ShopX Gotham Hammered Copper Collection, the perfect cookware to upgrade your cooking experience. The Gotham Hammered Copper Collection features a super durable ultra non-stick surface. Eggs stick to other pans, but with the Hammered Copper Collection, they slide right out. Incredible! It's oven safe up to 500 degrees. Any recipe can be made in these pans, and then it wipes clean with ease. Make mouth-watering jollof rice or even fluffy pounder with ease, because nothing sticks.
I needed a cookware to keep up with me. The Gotham Hammered Collection has been a game changer. No more burnt meals or hours spent scrubbing pots.
You would normally pay up to 400,000 Naira for the 10-piece Gotham Hammered Collection. But call the number on your screen now or scan the QR code and get the entire collection for not 350,000 Naira, not even 300,000 Naira, but for just 264,950 Naira. Incredible! This incredible ShopX offer includes one 8.5 inches fry pan, one 10.25 inches fry pan, one 1.4 liter saucepan, one 2.4 liter saucepan, one 4.7 liter stock pot, one stainless steel steamer, 4 tempered glass lids. But wait! there's more. If you order now, we will upgrade you to the 15-piece Gotham Hammered collection at no extra charge, and also include 1 cookie sheet, 1 round baking pan, 1 square baking pan, 1 loaf pan and muffin pan, all for just 264,950 naira only. And that's not all. If you order right now, we will also add a free gift to your order. This special gift includes a peeler that peels potatoes and vegetables in an instant, a pair of kitchen scissors, and 4 knives engineered with super steel that can cut through anything. And we're still not done. If you order now, you can get the ShopX Gotham Hammered collection along with your free gift in 2 easy payments of 132,475 naira. That's right, pay twice and get this ultimate kitchen solution. Amazing! Place your order now and we'll deliver the entire collection for free anywhere you are in Nigeria. But hurry, this exclusive ShopX TV offer is for a limited time only. So, call now while stock lasts. Elevate your kitchen experience today.
The proceeding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
You're watching Beyond 100 Days with Nifemi Oguntoye. President Tinubu, since he assumed office,
we are on our way to progress.
6 out of the 8 APC federal lawmakers.
I have a movement structure that's going to take back our party in Enugu State. Because this one I'm seeing is tales by moonlight. It's not working.
So I'm wondering what you think or who you think can stop him now.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first.
And welcome to TVC Midday News. President Bola Tinubu has asked the newly appointed Directors General of the National Intelligence Agency and the Department of State Services to work assiduously to reposition the agencies for better results. President Tinubu on Monday announced the appointment of Mohammed as the new Director General of the NIA and Adeola Ajayi to take over the affairs of the Department of State Services. Mohammed has worked in the Foreign Service since joining the NIA in 1995 and served in various roles before his promotion to the rank of Director. He was also the head of the Nigerian mission to Libya. The new Director General of the DSS was, before his appointment, the Assistant Director General of the service. The Directors General were appointed following the resignation of the former heads of the agencies. Now we're staying with developments in the nation's capital after the killing of 2 police officers in a violent Shiite procession on Sunday. 97 suspects have now been arrested in connection with the incident. Sifon Isien reports.
These operatives intensify the manhunt for members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, also known as Shiite, whose religious procession on Sunday turned violent. 2 police officers lost their lives, 3 police vehicles were burned, and those who survived the attack are now being treated. The police had gotten wind of an imminent attack on law enforcement agents, but they were still taken by surprise.
The Islamic movement of Nigeria is a proscribed group. It's a proscribed group. They don't have right of assembly. They don't have right of protest. They don't have right of march. They are prescribed by the law of this country, which have not been countered. So they came out willingly. We are aware of their discussion that they want to attack security agencies, the intel at our disposal, but we didn't know that they will start it like this here.
If people are known to be not law-abiding, by now they should have worked out strategies to be able to contain them, okay? To be able to contain them before they create a scenario of chaos.
The police have arrested 97 suspects in connection with the killing. A manhunt for more suspects is on.
I've looked for them and I'm getting them. We have moved into Niger, we are getting them. Wherever they are, we are going to get them.
The IGP has also reaffirmed the unalloyed zeal of the force to arrest other involved persons and bring the killers to justice.
The Islamic